Yom Kippur is about, I believe, being so immersed in the spiritual work for an entire day that at some point, I believe, because of the fasting and because of the praying, there's a shift in your consciousness, and you begin to see things or to approach things, to feel things in a different mode, which allows you to be more sensitive, to be more open. After you've peeled all these layers, it's like you're in a state of very, very heightened spiritual state, very sensitive, and I think it's a very productive spiritual state. And then the door closes, which, it's, the liturgy talks about the closing of the gates, but I think what it is, it symbolizes many things, but it's a metaphor also for the closing, when you fasted for an entire day, you prayed and so on, you're tired, you can't anymore, you've pushed yourself beyond what you thought was possible. Then the gate closes, so you have to get in as much as you can before, in terms of being in that place, which is so productive spiritually, being in that place before the door closes, and not to miss the opportunity. And I think that's what's so wonderful. And it's also a metaphor for life, to push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. Because we're hungry. We would have eaten long before the prescribed time, right? But we know we have to keep pushing ourselves. And, it's too much prayer, too much. But we keep pushing ourselves. And I think it's a metaphor for life. The spiritual life is pushing yourself beyond your level of comfort, beyond what you think was possible, beyond tolerance. And I think that's what we're asked to do. Not all the time. There are moments of respite, and there are moments of catching our breath, Shabbat. But then a spiritual life is demanding. It's not, it's not some sort of a, instant nirvana. It's work, and it's work not just, some people think spiritual life, you're just sitting and with your, spiritual meditations or studying Torah and so on. No, it means going out into the street and doing the work. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to see the things that we need to see, that sometimes we don't want to see. We have to push ourselves. Push ourselves to be more, to do more. And so I think Yom Kippur is giving us that message. If you push yourself, you'll be able to do it. You can withstand it. And actually, if you push yourself, you can be great. It's about the greatness of the human being, how great we can be. It's a proof that day of how great we can be, how high spiritual we can be. And it's interesting because paradoxically, we are in the highest place on Yom Kippur, and at the same time we're in the lowest place because we see ourselves, there's a moment of profound humility also. Profound humility and profound sense of our failures. But when we are in that moment of that truth, we are in the highest place. While we are in the lowest place, we're in the highest place. It's amazing. It's an incredible paradox.